Now, for some, it's a morning alarm. For others, it's a big pain. We're talking about the sound of Hadedas. These large birds are a prominent feature across South African cities, and their numbers seem to be increasing. But noise aside, how much do you know about these characteristic birds? Yanka Tolme tells us.
The African alarm clock you never have to set, the Hadedas ibis. These birds have been flocking to urban areas, making their presence well known. While historically from wetland areas, they've always nested and slept high up in large trees, which means they've always needed that high voice to communicate.
So they have to have this loud call to be able to sort of tell their mate or their offspring or their neighbors, you know, here I am, this is where I am. And that's actually been an advantage to them in the urban environment because humans make a lot of noise. We don't realize it sometimes, but our cars, buildings, electrical appliances, these things all make a lot of noise that a lot of wildlife has to contend with.
Hadedas numbers have increased more than twofold in the last century as their habitat expanded. Du Toit believes it's the moisture found in soil that's attracting them, with more lush gardens, sport fields and golf courses popping up. This is where they feast on insects, worms, snails and frogs, and are even behind the decrease of the Parktown prawns in Johannesburg. Hadedas also keep invasive worms under control by using their sixth sense to locate their prey.
Their beak organ is so sensitive that they're actually able to use those vibrations to firstly detect that there is something moving around there in the ground, and secondly that they can detect in sort of the direction and intensity of those vibrations and use that to actually locate their prey without having to see or hear it. And it's really remarkable because, as I say, it's a sixth sense. It's only found in a few species or a few families of birds.
While these birds might not be your favorite, you're not allowed to kill them. Just look at this photo of a baby Hadedas. Yanka Tolme, Johannesburg.